She's a new character who is going to interact with the other two people. That's why y'all kept her, but you didn't have to really describe her. I could have just said back lady. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have a question about how it says, like, exterior sidewalk cafe.
Uh-huh.
Like, if, like, the name of the cafe is going to come up, will we put the name of the cafe, or will we leave it sidewalk cafe and then put the name in the action or the dialogue? Or more like the dialogue?
If I want the audience to know the name of the cafe, I'm going to need to see a sign.
A sign?
Yep. With a name. And I could go ahead in the scene heading call it Rick's Cafe, but I'm going to have to say George and Clara walk through an archway with Rick's Cafe.
Or they say it.
Yeah. Or if they even say it, yeah. But they either got to say it or I got to see it.
All right.
And then, and you got to remember, whatever you call that scene heading, the next time we're back there, it's the same name. You don't change the name, otherwise I think it's a whole new place. It's kind of like characters. Once you name them, that's their name. Okay? But otherwise I think it's new people. There are exceptions, yes, I know, because you might see somebody kind of in shadows and you don't really know who they are, but you still got to designate them as something. And then when you finally find out who they are, then there's a way to do that, but that gets a little complicated. So we're not doing that yet. Okay. But we have this bag lady. She's now going to interact with them, and then she walks off, and they walk off. Okay. And then here's what you put at the end of your movie. Fade out. It's right justified with a period. How long is this script? 5 pages. So 5 minutes. With a lot of talking. How many scenes?
4.
Count them. I think there's 6. Yeah. Series of shots counts. Yep. So 6. 6 scenes and 5 pages. That's about right. Let me tell you, you wouldn't want 12 scenes and 5 pages. Why? You're moving so fast, you're never in one place long enough for it to register where are you. If you went back to locations, you could probably get away with it. But if it's all new, it would be too much. Also, would you have 10 people in a 5-minute movie? Probably not. Too many people. They're not on screen long enough for them to register. And when you name people, you don't want to give them similar sounding names, because then it's real hard to keep up with them. Like Mickey and Mikey. That would be very, I would be like, wait a minute, which one's which? Okay? And don't give them weird ass names that nobody can pronounce, because then I think we got sci-fi. Okay? And also, don't have people looking just alike or acting just alike. Everybody's different. Because then that gets confusing. You got 2 brown-haired, average height, average build, brown-eyed people, and they almost act alike. I'd be like, let's just make them one person. It's too similar. Unless they're twins, that look just alike, but then you're going to have to find some way to distinguish the two. Anybody got any questions? You have a question?
Me?
No.
No, I'm just listening.
Like you mentioned earlier about the character that at first you introduce him, but he doesn't introduce himself, and later on you find out his name.
Yeah.
So you would leave it first as man, and later on.
Yeah, or man, or shadow man, or something. Yeah, and then later on you would have to put, I have to look it up in the book. I don't ever do it, so I'd have to look it up. Oh, songs. Don't put down song titles unless it absolutely has to be that song. Otherwise, just put type of music. So if you turn on the radio and music comes out, you could just put jazz music, classical music, rock music, whatever. Would you if you actually turn on the radio, would you capitalize the music? Yeah, I would, just because it's an electronic device that, that it's going to do it. If it has to be a specific song, put it. But I'm telling you, try to avoid that because A, you don't know if whoever's reading your script hates that song. Or B, can they even get the rights to that song? And that could kill a sale.
So would you capitalize like both jazz music or
Yeah.
just jazz? Or just music?
Both. I would jazz. But if you put just jazz, that would be okay. It's an indicator. Remember, we hate to say this, but script's kind of like a blueprint, but really it has to be better than a blueprint because it's got to be exciting for somebody to read it and to keep wanting to read it. But it's also got all these like little clues for everybody who works on the movie is looking for their stuff in the script of what have they got to do to make your film. So all the sound people that are going to be recording dialogue, they're looking to see where are the people in this scene, where's the dialogue, how am I going to make this thing. All the people who do editing and sound effects and stuff, they were going through it going, okay, how many sound effects have I got to get? All the set dressing people, they're looking at it, where are all these locations, what are all these sets, how have I got to decorate them? The casting people, they're all looking at, how many characters have you got, who are they, what ages, I got to cast these people. Wardrobe, same thing. Special effects, same thing. Special effects makeup, same thing. They're all looking their little part. So that's kind of why we write them the way we write them. Now everybody can go and write a script, right? Now you all know what you're doing. Well, let's see. We got a few minutes.